Welcome to the Pike Road connection trail to the Coast Trail in East Souk Regional Park. Today's 360 VR hike takes us through one of the wildest, most beautiful stretches of the East Souk Park coastline. This is a mellow beginning to a 10.5 to a 14 kilometer hike. Gravel path, feels kind of service roady right now, ferns everywhere, trees so tall they swallow the light. We're on what used to be an old logging road. Now, as you can see, nature is retaking it back. Okay, Coast Trail. We're in it now, brah. As my live commentary stated, we are now on the Coast Trail, leaving the Pike Trail behind, which just feels like a service road now, very easy compared to what's ahead. Rocky, rooty, and raw. Let's go. Yeah. First, I catch flashes of the ocean just peeking through the trees like I was playing a game of hide and seek. I'm wrapped in moss and fur like a forest burrito, catching glimpses of blue between the branches. Oh, this is... yeah, amazing. My breaths get deeper. Not sure if it's from the uphill, downhill grind, or the way the ocean just clears everything out. Either way, this is where the forest exhales. And I definitely do too. Tough little plants like Oregon grape and kinnikinnick, hopefully I said that right, are out here growing straight out of rock cracks. Zero drama, all grit, just holding on. Same energy I'm bringing as I bounce down these root stairs. Legs are starting to burn a bit, but I'm fired up to get that good kind of tired. You know the one. I hit sort of an open bluff here, bare rock underfoot, the seas stretching all the way to Port Angeles and the Olympic Mountains, wind's doing its thing, loud and proud, honestly kind of perfect because I'm already starting to schwitz a bit. Cliffside steps aren't fancy, just dirt, stone, and stubborn roots, but everyone makes you earn it, and yeah, totally worth it. Now here's where the trees close in again. This happens over and over again on this hike. Spruce and firs above, ferns like fans below. It's like a green tunnel, easy to get lost in thought, and almost lose my brother. He's back there somewhere. Here we are on another windswept ridge. Trees here lean like they got stories to tell. And some of them try to tell me by tripping me or squeezing me. The sun just behind some clouds reminds me I probably should have put an ND filter on the lens of this camera, but at about 3.5 kilometers into this hike, there's no way I'm turning back, and I doubt my brother will do it either. Let's go. This is crazy. We get all the way down to sea level and also all the way up to just over 400 meters high. So almost from 0 to a half a kilometer into the sky on this hike. Over and over and over again, and my calves feel it. These bush tunnels happen over and over again on this hike, and there's like bees, wasps, or hornets. Something chases and surrounds us every time. It's ridiculous. There's a few amazing moments on this hike where I'm just going to stop and hold the camera for you to look around because this is incredible. These are the moments we're doing it for and getting a good sweat on. This tree is absolutely amazing. You should pause here and look up. Not only are there other trees growing out of it, but it's super gnarly. Check it out. Last time we did this hike, we got lost a few times. One of the times, over 45 minutes off the trail. This time, there's newer trail markers. You'll see them yellow on the ground every once in a while. That one we just passed was a little bit more orange. But the yellow blends in with these yellow wildflowers that grow everywhere. So we missed a few this time too, but we didn't stray too far off the path. Let's keep going.
More bees.
Roots are twisting everywhere as the ocean comes back into view. Trees growing out of cliffs. Feels like the whole forest is just winging it beautifully. Now we're seeing more and more of these madrones. I think it's madrones, better known as arbutus trees, shedding these curly pieces of bark, leaving an almost polished, dense bark underneath. Weirdly elegant. Great firewood, just hard to start, and it will last a long time. For the record, I don't condone cutting down an arbutus and making a fire. Every so often there's a little bridge tucked into the trail. They're not flashy, just enough to get you over a stream without a soaked sock. Doesn't take away from the wild, just reminds you someone's been here before and thought, let's make this part a little easier. Approuvé. That red soil, it's the iron talking. Oxidized over years of wind, rain, and time doing its thing. Basically, the ground here rusts like an old bike left in the rain. Kind of wild, right? And somehow, it still feels like it's holding secrets older than the cities we came from. adjust my lens. Did you hit it? When the trail opens up wide, it's just crazy. Big light, big views, a little bit blinded. The sun's trying to break through the clouds again. I remember why I came out here in the first place. So much that's all just roots and angles, trees dangling. There's no autopilot here. You gotta stay present, or you'll eat some of that red dirt. That's coast. These glimmers of sun hit the moss just right. Whole place glows. Tiny little bits of magic. Blink and you'll miss it. Blink again and you'll trip on a root. Like I did. I pulled that footage though. A wise man once said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. You don't want to miss this. I mean, not even a minute ago, I'm cliffside with an ocean view that could headline a travel magazine. Now I'm back in a lush green tunnel swallowed by moss and cedar, Sitka spruce, Douglas-fir, western hemlock. And yeah, this is a rainforest. Vancouver Island's got one of the largest temperate rainforests in the world. So yeah, cliff to rainforest in 20 seconds. Let's go. Gotta look down. Here's a hiking trail life hack. Look down sometimes. Just off the trail, you'll spot the remains of an old trap shack. This is once a base for fishermen who worked these waters through the early 1900s. It's one of the few visible markers of the era still standing. Weathered wood, tucked into the coastline like it's always been part of the land. These little outposts were lifelines for the crews running fish traps all along the shore, part of a living, breathing coastal economy. Now it just seems to be a place for graffiti, and maybe a sip of whiskey on those cold hikes. Just stepped onto this little beach, just past the trap shack. It feels like nature's secret lounge. At low tide, the rocks here become a buffet for sea stars, crabs, and anemones, like a tide pool tapas bar. Look up, and you might spot a bald eagle or a great blue heron scanning the shoreline. The island offshore adds a perfect little postcard touch. It's beautiful to take photos of, or interact with in this video. This is a chill place. It's buzzing with life if you stop and take a moment to look around. Go for it. There is countless ways that we should all be respecting the land, and there's various forms of that. And one valuable lesson that I'd like to share today, a quick life hack, is Respect your footing. You can look up and look around, but also look down, because I almost rolled both my ankles on this hike, and coming off of that beach, I almost broke my wrist. Tripping upwards. And just as quick as it went away, between the trees and the rock, the ocean again. I'm not sure it would really matter, but I suppose the pain from both my legs now, my ankles that I almost rolled, my right wrist for sure, make these views even better. But they're pretty unreal anyways. Like, this is unbelievable. Just stop and look. We're almost there. This is one of the last bridges of the hike. It's these little things just a touch that remind you someone's been there and someone kind of cares. Now we're just coming up to one of the final views before we finish this one up. So many lessons learned. So many sore muscles. Definitely worth it for a wide open view like this. Salty breeze. Sea stretching all the way to the Olympic Mountains. Take your moments. And then the trail dives straight back into the thick, tangled brush. Shifts so fast, but that's the hike, that's life. You take the clear moments when they come, and you don't stop when it gets messy. Finishing up with Beechey Head. It doesn't feel like a final destination. It feels like a well-earned pause. Wind, water, sky, all doing their thing in perfect harmony. You hit the lookout and it opens up. Big sky, bigger views. And feels like the perfect time to ask you to like and subscribe. Coast Trail. Woo. East Sooke Regional Park. Let's go.